Ahead at 4 storms pushing through Central Florida right now. News 6 Chief Meteorologist Tom Swirls pinpointing your forecast, how long these storms will last, coming right up. Also ahead, how the Florida Department of Transportation is keeping our roads safe during these storms. And Democrats issuing a subpoena today to receive the full unredacted Mueller report, how both sides are reacting. Those stories and much more ahead on News 6 at 4 o'clock. It's only 60 seconds away. Stay with
DoorDash. Live, getting results. This is News 6 at 4.
Right now at 4, the storms are here. You're looking live at Daytona Beach and downtown Orlando, where you can see the rain on our cameras right now. The weather is causing some delays at Orlando International Airport, as well as hundreds of power outages across Central Florida. This is News 6 at 4. I'm Lisa Bell.
I'm Julie Broughton. Ginger Gadsden is off tonight. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Tom Swirls. And Tom, we are talking about an intense line of rain out there. Who's getting hit the hardest right now?
It's this direct line right here, Julie, from Flagler County all the way down to Polk. Now, some of the storms have weakened a bit, but it's not done with us by any stretch of the imagination. The actual front is still way back out there. It's the prefrontal stuff that's pounding us right now. It's been a rough afternoon. We've had trees down through Marion County, wind gusts all across Central Florida, 50 miles per hour to 60 miles per hour, and copious amounts of rain. Take a look at what it does right now from Flagler County all the way to Sanford. It's lined up down the I-4 corridor all the way down to Tampa right now. Heavy scattered showers are in there. My one warning is over here in Polk County. I normally don't focus on Polk County. It's outside of the immediate viewing area, but this thunderstorm warning goes until 4:30, and all the storms are racing up to the northeast at better than 50 miles per hour. So some of that may hold together long enough to get into Osceola and Orange County as this front prefrontal stuff is right here on top of us. Let's bounce around now and check out some rainfall rates. Daytona Beach got washed away on the Speedway earlier. A second round of heavy rain is rolling right over the Speedway right now. South Daytona all the way down the coast into Orlando, Sanford. Big lightning strikes flying all across Seminole County and Orange County into Kissimmee right now. Here's downtown Sanford getting pounded. There's Heathrow, big rain there. All of these storms are moving up that big front there at about 50 miles per hour. So the front itself is only advancing at about 20 to 25, but the showers racing up it are flying in here. Pouring rain right now from Winter Park along 436 all the way back out to Eatonville, down to Chelsea Street. You go into downtown Orlando to Conway to Pine Castle, all the way down, cruising from Pine Hills to Dr. Phillips. Pouring rain. Heavy lightning strikes and high wind extend all the way down the I-4 area to 75. Now again, only this one area is warned, but we have a watch for the entire area until 10 p.m. because all of this has to funnel up that frontal boundary toward your backyard. Now for the moment, it extends into the Gulf of Mexico. Each and every passing hour, it will march farther to the east, but that's going to take a long time for that to happen. Here's downtown Orlando right now, peaceful enough after an early round of showers, but there are more on their way. Our temperature is down to 70 already. But check out the wind, west-southwest at 26. I'll be back in a few minutes with another radar tour, and then we'll look at the 7-day forecast and the huge changes for the weekend.
All right, Tom, thank you. The storms are already linked to at least one death in Florida. An 8-year-old girl died this morning and a 12-year-old boy was hurt when a tree fell on a home. It happened in Woodville, which is near Tallahassee in Leon County. The boy's injuries are non-life threatening.
With the rough weather, you might want to stay off the roads if at all possible. News 6's Nadim Yanas spoke to transportation officials who say they're prepared for the storms.
The Florida Department of Transportation says they have already made their expectations clear to the company in charge of the I-4 Ultimate project, SGL, saying that they have had flooding issues in the past along the corridor. And with these rainstorms approaching at peak rush hour, FDOT says their crews are already on standby. As we drove on I-4 this afternoon, we saw crews pull tight on chains tied to tractors, securing equipment ahead of the storm hitting our area during rush hour in the middle of a construction zone on a busy I-4, where rain has stopped traffic in the past. Take a look at this video from last year after a rainstorm at a flooded I-4 near the Turnpike, and again at I-4 and Cayley. The Florida Department of Transportation communicating with SGL, the contractor on the I-4 Ultimate project, that they don't want this to happen again.
Gone down on record with the contractor. We don't want flooding.
SGL says they're standing by during the storm. They've cleaned up drains and have drainage pumps staged at Division Street, Church Street, and South Street, downtown Orlando, where a lot of work is being done right now. FDOT saying they will do the best they can while warning drivers to be on alert.
It's really unfortunate, the timing where everything's going to be aligning. So the contractor needs to be prepared, and motorists need to be prepared as well. And we'll do the best that we can on I-4.
So FDOT says if you're going to be caught along I-4 or anywhere for that matter during these storms, to slow down, especially if you see any standing water. This, while they say SGL crews will be watching for any of those trouble spots. We will be doing the same as this storm hits our area. In Orlando, I'm Nadine Yanis, getting results, News 6.
A hidden camera used to record a young woman showering. New at 4, a Brevard County man is facing a video voyeurism charge.
Deputies say the hidden camera was disguised as a cell phone charger. News 6's James Sparvero explains how he was caught.
Just as you might think, this USB power adapter charges phones. What you might not know is it also has a tiny camera lens and a memory card inside. Brevard Sheriff's deputies say it belonged to this man, whose intentions weren't for home surveillance, but for voyeurism.
They noticed that there was a hidden camera that had been placed in the bathroom.
Jonathan Moist's bathroom. He's 46, lives alone, and deputies say he discreetly recorded his niece's friend taking a shower. She's just 18 or 19.
She thought it might be a camera. She took a closer look at it and then realized that it did have a lens and that it had an SD card.
Now it's Moist who's in hot water. Arrested Thursday after deputies say the hidden camera was recording several months back at Moist's house in North Titusville. Moist's niece was babysitting his dog, and she brought her friend, who showered and, unknowingly to her, was being recorded. Deputies say the two friends discovered the camera right after, and they pulled the memory card, which they put in a computer, and watched the recorded videos.
He obviously had the camera up there for the purpose of recording people in the bathroom shower area.
Do you know how long he had the camera set up? Did he set this up right before they came over?
It appears it had been up for a period of time. And reviewing the camera and the contents on the SD card, there were no other victims found.
Moist returned home today after posting a $2,000 bond here at the Brevard County Jail. He did not return our request for comment, but coming up at 5:30, we'll tell you what he told deputies in his defense about that camera. In Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, getting Results News 6.
James, thank you. Developing at 4, a bold smash and grab robbery inside the Florida Mall. This cell phone video shows the robbery in action. Witnesses say it shows the suspects smashing a Rolex glass display case at Mayer's Jewelers last night, then running from the store with some of the items. Deputies say the group was armed with hammers. Investigators say they arrested 4 of the suspects soon after the robbery. One of the suspects is under 18 years old, which is why we are not showing you his mugshot. We will have more on their arrests coming up tonight on News 6 at 5. The man linked to a string of arson fires remains in jail tonight.
We brought you this as breaking news yesterday at 5:30. Now James Bennett is facing 4 counts of arson and 2 counts of armed burglary. News 6's Mark Lehman has more on how Lake County investigators caught the wanted man.
Officials here at the Lake County Jail say they got word early this morning that James Bennett refused to appear before a judge. As he now faces charges of arson and armed burglary, we're getting a closer look at what led up to his arrest.
Is there anything you wanted to say?
Accused serial arsonist James Bennett didn't want to say anything to our cameras on Thursday, but this newly released arrest affidavit speaks volumes about the fires he's accused of starting. According to investigators, it was someone close to Bennett that came forward, saying the 48-year-old claimed to be the man behind a string of arsons happening in Umatilla in February. Deputies say that witness's identity is now being withheld for their safety.
Gave us what we needed. He provided us information that Bennett had given to him that only a suspect would know.
So far, Bennett has been linked to 4 of 9 fires, the first happening at a barbecue restaurant. That owner telling us off camera he doesn't know why his business was targeted, but is glad there's been an arrest. In a matter of days, a deputy's car, a convenience store, and a mobile home were also torched. It was there where a detective says he witnessed Bennett watching the activity on scene. Nearly 2 months later, and with the suspect now in custody, investigators are working to link him to the 5 other fires. With Bennett being a no-show at today's hearing, his bond remains set at $300,000. Deputies say they're still working to determine a motive behind the fires as the investigation continues. In Lake County, Mark Lehman getting results, News 6.
Protecting students and saving lives. UCF police say that's why they decided to invest in a new emergency response and rescue vehicle. The police department showed off the armored vehicle today. It will support UCF's heavy response team. The team says they hope to never use it, but they are glad UCF now has it to respond to critical incidents. Brinks donated the vehicle. Tonight, the Orlando Magic host their first playoff game in 7 years. The Amway Center's seats are now decked out in white and blue shirts. Tip-off against the Toronto Raptors is set for 7 tonight. And here is a live look at the Amway Center in downtown Orlando. The doors open around 5:30 tonight, and with the weather, if you plan on going, you will want to get there early.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we continue to watch the rough weather.
Might be a good night for indoor plans. Tom.
Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock. Some of the bigger storms are already through with plenty more rumbling in from the southwest coming towards downtown Orlando. I'll be right back to pinpoint all of that, then look ahead to a much improved forecast for the Easter holiday weekend.
Also ahead, Democrats escalate their fight to access the full Mueller report. Why they say the redacted version is not enough.
You're watching News 6 at 4, Getting Results. We will be right back. And during the break, we are streaming live on Facebook. Search Lisa Bell News on Facebook right now.
Now. Live with Ginger Gadsden, Lisa Bell, Julie Broughton. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells and Meteorologist Candace Campos. This is News 6 at 4, Getting Results.
We are continuing to keep a close eye on the radar where we're dealing with some new severe thunderstorm warnings now for Brevard, Seminole, and Volusia counties until 4:45 as that strong line of storms pushes through the area. Southeast Orange and Osceola counties are also under significant weather advisories. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will be back in just a few minutes to track who is getting hit the hardest and when all of this will clear. Congress is upping the ante over the Mueller report. Today, the head of the House Judiciary Committee issued a subpoena for the full unredacted report.
Meantime, the president has some choice words about the findings. Nicole Killion is on Capitol Hill, where the legal and political battles are just beginning.
Less than 24 hours after the release of a redacted version of the Mueller report, House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler issued a subpoena for the entire thing.
We need the whole report, including the underlying documents, unredacted.
While the 448-page report did not find evidence of coordination or conspiracy between Russia and the Trump campaign in 2016, the special counsel was less clear on the issue of obstruction, leaving the question to Congress.
Indeed, he found numerous instances where the president took steps to try to derail or shut down the investigation.
A select group of lawmakers is being allowed to view a less redacted version of the report starting next week. But Chairman Nadler says that's pointless and demands the Justice Department turn over all materials by the time the Attorney General testifies next month.
Kicking off the holiday weekend at his Florida golf club, President Trump called the Mueller report crazy and said some of the statements about him are total BS.
There was no collusion. There was no obstruction.
Press Secretary Sarah Sanders also disputed allegations that she misled the media when she said countless members of the FBI had lost confidence in fired FBI Director James Comey.
Look, I've acknowledged that the word countless was a slip of the tongue.
Republicans say the time to move on has arrived, but Nadler insists the report exposes a culture of lying at the White House and is calling on special counsel Robert Mueller to testify. Nicole Killion, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
If the Justice Department does not respond to the subpoena, Democrats could hold officials in contempt of Congress or eventually fight the battle in court.
Another successful trip to the International Space Station. A Northrop Grumman Cygnus cargo ship arrived at the ISS early this morning. NASA astronaut Anne McClain and David St. Jacques of the Canadian Space Agency used the space station's robotic arm to capture the unmanned ship. The spacecraft launched on Wednesday in Virginia, carrying 7,600 pounds of equipment. It was a beautiful lunch, but we got a lot going on this afternoon in the weather department.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells joining us now, arriving to work a little early today.
Indeed, we did.
Yeah.
Got here during the 1 o'clock hour. Troy was here all morning, pinpointing the storms. Julie was pinpointing storms. I thought I'd better come in.
Yeah.
It was getting busy.
You know, they might need a little help. Hey, take a look at what's going on. The setup for the weekend looks great. Once this big squall line gets on out of here, things will improve rapidly. Tonight, the rain will be moving out after the 8 or 9 o'clock hour. The rest of the weekend, it's looking so much better. Next week will be mostly sunny as well. So we've got a big turnaround coming. It's just going to take some time for us to get it all lined up. Here we are at 4:15. Severe thunderstorm warning just now issued for parts of Seminole, Brevard, and Volusia counties. See this little boxed-in zone here until 4:45. That's Brevard, northern Brevard, Seminole, and south parts of Volusia County. It's in this little zone here along 95 and Highway 1. This particular line racing up to the northeast at better than 50 miles per hour. Should be all the way to New Smyrna Beach 15 minutes from right now. This line has been marching this way pretty persistently, but the big problem with all that is that all these scattered showers are racing up that line at about 50 to 60 miles per hour. These are fast moving storms rolling in from the south by southwest to the north by northeast. It's a tough little run. We'll bounce around, check out some rain rates right now. Pouring hard around Daytona Beach with the lightning strikes all the way down to South Daytona. Getting in there around the Ponce Inlet, Wilbur by the Sea area. You see the first big band of rain has pushed through Orlando to Kissimmee. Really not safe with all the lightning strikes from Heathrow to Geneva to Oviedo, Chiliota, Altamont Springs, and Winter Park, all getting big rain. Rainfall rates in the yellow and orange zones have dropped to about 14/100ths of an inch, but heavier scattered showers south and west rolling out of Polk County, getting ready to overrun this area around Claremont, Orlando, and Kissimmee in the next hour as this stuff is advancing on over to the east, and it extends all the way down to Fort Myers. And another shot of rain comes in behind it as the actual front itself begins to roll in later. So we've got to be dealing with this until about 9 or maybe 10 o'clock. Our severe thunderstorm watch does go until 10 p.m. So where are we now? There's Daytona Beach. You just saw a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Volusia County and northern Brevard that goes until 4:45. It doesn't look too shabby in Daytona Beach, but my camera is shaking because of that wind pushing at 24 miles per hour and a reading of 69 degrees. We're back to 71 in Ocala, 68 in the Villages and in Leesburg, 69 from Sanford all the way to Kissimmee. And look, my hot spot is right there. New Smyrna Beach, 82. The rain and the nasty stuff has not approached you yet. Come take a look now at how we go in the next several hours. Here we are at 4 p.m., rocking the thunderstorms on through. By 7 or 8, the first big line should be through and everything calms down. Later tonight by 10 o'clock, the wind will calm. And when it does, things rapidly improve. The only thing that could happen is some debris cloud cover rolling through on Saturday and some lingering scattered showers popping around Saturday, but I think that's a little oversold. I really think tomorrow we see a ton of sunshine, and I think on Sunday it will all be to your liking. For tonight, scattered showers are checking on out of here in the next several hours. We'll call it slow to clear, and the overnight low in Orlando, 58. Here's tomorrow. First thing in the morning, 62, so much cooler. By noon tomorrow, 71, the daytime high below normal, 76. Check out the week ahead. Going for a daytime high tomorrow of 76, the low 55. Easter Sunday, the high is 79. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, things are picture primo perfect.
Tom, thank you. A local group of guys are making a name for themselves across the internet.
They're doing it with comedy and lyrics. Ahead, meet a local freestyle rap group where you can catch them live next at 4.
Then all new at 5.
Hi, I'm Mike Holfeld. In less than an hour, first responders denied benefits you approve. What's going on?
It absolutely changed what the voters voted upon.
So in your view, the vote meant nothing?
It was a lie. We're asking for the ability to perhaps be able to stay in our house by giving us a partial break on the taxes. That's all.
The full investigation at 5.
Let me say RV.
All right, here's another live look at the News 6 pinpoint weather radar. There is a thunderstorm warning for Brevard, Seminole, East Osceola, and Volusia counties until 4:45. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will bring us another update at the top of 4:30. Well, they are a group of young guys making a name for themselves in Central Florida. They call themselves Free Daps.
They freestyle rap with a touch of comedy.
They talking to me, interviewed by a beauty. Yeah, we got the news, it's old school like the Newsies. I wish it was less yelling and more discussion. We need more News 6 with cameramen like Justin.
Photographer Justin Potter getting a shout out there. Free Daps has made a name for themselves through videos on YouTube and Facebook. Recently, one of those songs and viral videos was about talk show host John Oliver.
I think a lot of people will ask us, how do you learn to freestyle? It's just a muscle that we've worked on for a long time.
You, the audience, are part of our show. It's hip hop, it's comedy, it's improv, it's all of our favorite things all blended into one.
You have to train yourself. What we do has taken us years and years and years to develop, a decade at least for each of us of working, learning how to freestyle, and then learning how to rhyme on the spot.
The group performs regularly at Disney Springs. In May, they have a show at Sac Comedy Club in downtown Orlando.
Looks very interesting.
Yes,
I'd like
they're
to go
good.
out there. Yeah.
Coming up on News 6 at 4:30, most people want to sleep in on the weekends, but with loud lawnmowers and buzzing power tools, it can be tough. How one city is trying to protect your rest.
And runny noses and body aches just won't seem to go away. This flu season is lasting a long time. What experts say is behind the unusually long season and how you can stay healthy.
Plus, a local teacher pressing charges against a 9-year-old, what she says the child did in the classroom that's forcing her to take action.
Total savings on Edge. Live, this is News 6.
Now on News 6 at 4:30, severe weather pushing through central Florida, heavy rain and strong winds causing a mess. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Julie Broughton. This is News 6 at 4:30, getting results.
I'm Lisa Bell. Ginger Gadsden is off. Let's get straight over to Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells with a closer look at what's going on right now. Tom.
All right, take a look over my shoulder here. What's going on? It's been a rough afternoon. I have not one but two different warnings going on right now. First of all, we're going to zoom in tight on this one over here. That's out of Seminole County, or at least the roughest part of it is, but the warning still is ongoing for parts of Volusia County and parts of Brevard County. It's right there on the county line. Raining in the red zones at better than 4 inches per hour. That's pouring copious amounts of rain. Hailstones in there are anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch or maybe even larger. Maximum sustained wind with the system has been about 60 miles per hour, and it's racing on over to the east at about 45. Pouring rain south of New Smyrna Beach all the way down to Oak Hill. So you're in the boxed-in zone now where the heaviest of the rain and the strong storm is. Severe storm warning goes until 4:45. Come now to Chuleola, Bithlo, Christmas, Wedgefield, all getting thumped. Big lightning strikes all the way from downtown Orlando out to the east. See this box, including St. Cloud? It's east of Kissimmee, but look at all these lightning strikes around St. Cloud, around 192. Very strong thunderstorm here, so a severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued for a large part of eastern Osceola County, right up against that Brevard County line until 4:45. Watch this thing roll in there. That's pretty impressive. From 192 all the way down into Polk County. It's racing along, but the lightning strikes are intense and copious all the way down to Fort Myers, and it's running this way up that frontal zone. So the front marches east at about 20 to 25. Each little storm races up that front better than 50, sometimes 60 miles per hour. So far, very little rotation. So far, we've all been good. Just severe thunderstorm warnings, that's it. Orlando Health Camera looking into the heart of downtown. We have a reading of 68 degrees, but look at that wind. Shaking my camera now from the south-southwest at 16, gusting up closer to 25 or 30. I will be right back in a few minutes. We'll do another radar tour. Then we'll pinpoint how nicely we clear up tomorrow and look ahead to your Easter Sunday forecast.
Tom, thank you. You can get Pinpoint Weather on the go with our free News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. Our team will keep you up to date around the clock. Plus, use live interactive radar. Just search WKMG in your app store. Well, breaking news, U.S. Marshals and police arrest a man in connection to a deadly shooting outside a local nightclub. Investigators took Notier Michel Gomez into custody last night in Tennessee. Police were searching for Gomez in connection with a January shooting at Club Lit in Orlando. That's where 3 men were shot. One of them died. Gomez is now facing first-degree murder charges and is expected to be extradited back to Orange County.
New at 4:30, a local elementary school teacher fed up. She's pressing charges after she says a 9-year-old student attacked her. News 6's Lauren Korn is in Volusia County with why the teacher is so frustrated.
There are no other professions that exist where it would be okay or acceptable to be hit by anyone.
A third-grade teacher at Woodward Elementary wants to press charges against her 9-year-old student after deputies say she punched the teacher's hand when told to pick up a textbook she threw on the ground. And deputies say this isn't the first time the child got physical with staff. The school district released this statement saying, quote, "We are aware of the allegations. School administration is looking into the situation. Any other questions will have to be directed to the police department."
More and more we're seeing that the adults in the classroom, our teachers and our educational support personnel, are often the victims of violence that is being perpetrated by children.
Elizabeth Albert, president of the Teachers Union Volusia United Educators, says students lashing out at school could be from issues stemming at home and is becoming a reoccurring trend. She says it's also urging more teachers to enforce the Teacher Authority Act.
And that act is in place to remove students who could fall into this category from a teacher's classroom.
But Albert says what the district really needs are mental health professionals in schools at all times.
There are more and more children that are entering our schools, in public schools, that have significant needs, social emotional needs, and teachers and support personnel are not trained to deal with those needs.
She hopes this incident will start a dialogue that will turn into action.
What it might trigger is the school district, and let's hope our legislators take a closer look at this and we start putting safeguards in place that would be proactive so we don't get to this point.
In DeLand, Lauren Korn, Getting Results, News 6.
A local soldier is thankful to be alive after he says someone started shooting at him and another guy at a local park. Deputies say Channon Quashie drove up to a car at Ingram Park in Tavares last night, smiled, then fired off 3 to 4 shots. Bullets riddled the vehicle, but no one was hit. The soldier says it made him feel like he was back in Iraq. Deputies arrested Quashie at his home in Eustis. He is now facing multiple charges.
More than a dozen people cuffed after a drug bust in Volusia County.
Start down there! Start down there! On the ground now!
The Volusia County Sheriff's Office cleaning up the streets in DeLand and the surrounding area. They worked with several agencies to conduct undercover drug purchases where narcotics are known to be sold.
Buzzing lawnmowers and power tools, do they ever wake you up? One local city is fed up and taking action to protect your Z's. News 6 says Amanda Castro is in Winter Springs with what's being done to put a stop to the noise.
Winter Springs police tells me right now if someone calls complaining about lawn equipment or power tools being used at unreasonable hours, there's nothing they can do. But the city commission is hoping to change that with this amended ordinance, and residents tell us they hope it'll bring peace and quiet to their neighborhoods. That's the sound Bonnie Canning says she wakes up to every Sunday morning.
The power tools start about 6 a.m.
She's lived in her Winter Springs home for 40 years, and she says like clockwork, every weekend her sleep is interrupted by neighbors mowing their lawns early in the morning. She says she's called and complained. What happens when you do that?
Nothing, basically, nothing.
That's because the city's noise ordinance doesn't specify restrictions for lawn equipment or power tools. The city tells us it's received several complaints from residents about people using these tools during the early morning hours, majority coming from the Tuscaloosa area. Now it's trying to silence the complaints, proposing an amendment to the ordinance that would not allow people to use power tools or lawn equipment from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
That would be outstanding.
Police tell us this change would help them enforce the rules when responding to complaints. The City Commission is expected to discuss the amended ordinance on Monday. Residents like Canning are hopeful, saying if this passes, she can finally get some sleep.
Just peace and quiet. That's all we need.
In Winter Springs, Amanda Castro, Getting Results, News 6.
New at 4:30, we're hearing the 911 call made moments after a construction worker fell from a ladder at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts last week. The man who called told the operator the worker fell about 10 feet, injured his leg, and was bleeding, and that it would be difficult to help him.
I want you to go and get a clean, dry cloth towel and place it right on the wound, okay?
And we're on a construction site. There's no chance of that happening.
Moments later, the caller said first responders had arrived on the scene. The worker was taken to ORMC in stable condition.
Governor DeSantis is highlighting Florida's job growth. He says private sector businesses created more than 200,000 jobs over the year. That's an increase of 2.7%, which is better than the national job growth rate of 1.9%. Florida's unemployment rate remained at 3.5%.
There is a new way to get around parts of Central Florida. Uber and Mears Taxi are now teaming up so you can catch a cab through the Uber app. We first told you about this yesterday. Both companies say Uber Taxi will offer more options.
It's one of my new favorites.
In the app, there will be a taxi option with the cost up front. Riders can also pay and tip through the app. Right now, the service is only available in Orange County, but Uber says if the service does well, it may expand into Osceola and Seminole counties. A public spelling mistake has gone viral, the word literally written on the street.
It left Florida construction crews scrambling to correct their elementary mistake. Take a look at this spelling slip up in South Florida. Don't know what school means, but there is a school finishing up construction steps away from this giant lettering. The irony has a lot of people snapping selfies by the crosswalk.
Kind of looked at it and it's not spelled right. You don't spell school that way. Wow.
It's not a good thing when you misspell school. It's not a good look at all.
So the mishap did not stick around long. It has been freshly repainted to correctly spell school.
It's embarrassing.
It is. Still to come, what's being done to crack down on the growing measles threat after the disease shows up in Florida.
And the flu season is dragging on and on. Why it just won't seem to go away. Tom.
Take a look over my shoulder. The big squall line is still marching through parts of central Florida. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Volusia, Brevard counties, and now much of eastern Osceola, also under a warning until 4:45. I'll be right back to pinpoint this mess. Then we'll talk about a rapidly improving weather picture for the rest of your weekend.
Come here. Come here, sweetie. You want to call the state or somebody? Somebody lost their donkey, County.
Come here, sweetie. How this little donkey ended up in the middle of the road and how it finally got reunited with its owner. You're watching News 6 at 4:30, Getting Results. We will be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Papa John's. Live with Ginger Gadsden, Lisa Bell, Julie Broughton. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells and Meteorologist Candace Campos. This is News 6 at 4, Getting Results.
We are continuing to pinpoint strong storms tracking across our area. Radar showing that line beginning to extend from Volusia County back down through much of Seminole, Orange County, and into Osceola County as well. We do have some severe weather advisories in place, and here is a look at conditions right now over downtown Orlando, where again that heavy rain moving through central Florida. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing all of this. He will join us with the forecast in just a few minutes and let us know who is currently under advisories. Right now, there are at least 555 confirmed measles cases in the United States and 20 states, and health officials fear Americans traveling for this weekend's religious holidays could worsen the growing measles outbreak.
Local health officials are warning people to get vaccinated against the measles. This after someone in Florida was diagnosed with the disease. Measles symptoms include fever, runny nose, cough, and rash. Symptoms usually begin 7 to 14 days after a person is exposed to someone with the disease. Measles is spread through the air. There is no specific treatment. Well, it is the middle of April, but a lot of people are still getting the flu. Wendy Gillette explains why this season is lasting longer than usual.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says this year's flu season is unusually long, one of the longest since 1997 when they started keeping records.
This year was the longest flu season we've seen in the past 10 years. Previously, the longest was 20 weeks, and right now we're at 21.
One reason, 2 types of flu viruses surfaced at different times.
The beginning of the season was H1N1 predominant, and then as that went down, H3N2 viruses went up. We did have 2 different waves of influenza this year.
So far this season, up to 41.3 million people showed flu symptoms. Up to 19.4 million visited the doctor, and as many as 610,000 were hospitalized.
Flu cases are declining, but doctors say the virus can still spread, even in the warmer weather.
Given the way the season is going, if you have flu-like symptoms, there's a good chance you do have flu.
An important reminder to take common sense precautions like washing hands and staying home when sick to prevent spreading the virus. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells here. I hear the advisory tone going off in the back. It has been a rough afternoon.
It has. I think that's just a reissue.
Okay.
We'll wait till I get to radar and see, but I think that's what's going on. Let me jump on over and show you what's happening. Look at this big squall line. It's marching its way towards central Florida. It's pouring through right now with another reinforcing shot on the way from the Gulf. Rain's going to be moving on out as we head later and later into the evening. We're getting better each and every hour, all the way through the day tomorrow. So when you wake up in the morning, if it's still a little too gray for you, hang on, the clearing will continue. And then Sunday will be excellent. Get it? Tough crowd. Hey, take a look at the visible satellite imagery for tonight. Yes, it's been very dangerous. It continues to be that way. And the actual front right here, all this prefrontal activity has been pounding for hours. The low is pinwheeling around, forcing it all into your backyard. Here's the line now. If you're watching from Ocala to the Villages, you're about done. You can step outside and enjoy the breezy conditions and the rest of the evening. The stormy stuff is east of you, and all of it's riding that squall line right up the I-4 corridor into downtown Orlando, Seminole County, all the way over to Volusia. Now, our warning just went off the clock, and so that one's done. All the heavy stuff has moved into the open water, and behind it, still plenty of rain from Samsula, New Smyrna, Oak Hill, Ponce Inlet. Everyone getting the rain now. Just the winds of 60 miles per hour have died out as this thing has gone to the Atlantic. From Oviedo, Chiliota, Bithlo, Christmas, Wedgefield, all raining. And look, rolling toward you in Titusville, right along the river here, about to cross the river into Merritt Island, comes that squall line. Weather Service let this particular warning in Osceola County expire. Winds have dropped just below the level they need to be a severe thunderstorm. We have to have wind speeds of 58 to 60 miles per hour to trigger that severe thunderstorm criteria. Winds are down to about 50 now. Still getting some lightning strikes and some decent rain in there, but the winds are just below severe category, so they're holding off on issuing for Brevard. But please believe, if you're watching from West Melbourne, there she blows. Wind speeds are still pretty brisk. You may get a 40 mile per hour wind gust with very little notice. So you've got about 15 or 20 minutes to get ready because this thing's trucking. It's moving at a good 20 to 25 miles per hour to the east. And all these showers are racing up from the southwest at a good 30 to 40, sometimes 50 miles per hour. One last warning down here, way down south outside of the Polk County region. Not in our viewing area at all, but the remnants of that are going to roll through our area in the coming hour. Orlando Health Camera right now 68. Beachside, it's awfully wet, 68 degrees there too. Everyone's starting to catch up. Still warm in New Smyrna Beach at the last report. That will change at the top of the hour in about 5 minutes. We're now 22 degrees colder in Orlando than we were last night at the same time because of all the rain. It's windy and will be through the day tomorrow. This stuff clears out of here fairly quickly by 8 or 9. Southern Brevard County is my last zone. I think we'll cancel that severe thunderstorm watch well before 10 p.m. Sometime in the 8 o'clock hour, it should be gone. Tomorrow, little speckles of rain may haunt you early, but as the day wears on, we wrap it up. We get rid of the clouds. We get the sunshine, and Sunday looks perfect. The low tide is 58. Here's tomorrow.
Your forecast brought to you by your Central Florida Honda dealers.
What a beautiful afternoon we've got coming on for Saturday. Now, it's windy. Don't forget about that. But the daytime high tomorrow, 76. Here is the week ahead. Daytime high tomorrow, 76. Good day. Sunday, perfect day. 79 for Easter Sunday. And then back to work on Monday, 82. Tuesday, 84. Wednesday, 85. You get the picture.
All right, Tom, thank you. Get Pinpoint Weather on the go with our free News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. Our team will keep you up to date around the clock. Plus, use live interactive radar. Just search WKMG in your app store.
New cars getting ready to hit the road.
We're checking out the hot new technology you can expect behind the wheel.
And coming up at 5, disabled first responders denied a tax break that Florida voters approved 3 years ago. News 6 investigator Mike Holfeld meets with former cops who say they are being penalized for the wrong reason.
To Baybank.
Strong storms continue to track across central Florida. You can see there on the radar that line pushing off to the east with those strong storms now pushing along and east of I-4. And wind seems to have gotten the best of this billboard. Clint Gamache took this picture on Orange Blossom Trail. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing all this activity coming up at 5.
Well, it is not something you see every day. An escaped donkey hanging out in the middle of a highway.
Okay, take a look.
There's a donkey in the middle of I-90. Come here. Come here, sweetie. You want to call the state or somebody? Somebody lost their donkey, County.
Poor baby. A deputy in Illinois spotted the animal just before noon Wednesday. The donkey apparently escaped from a trailer. Look at that sweet little thing.
That is
the animal's
sweet.
owner showed up about 20 minutes later. So glad
I
the
love that
donkey
lady's
is reunited.
voice. You want to call the state? Someone lost their donkey. Like it's
yeah,
so
that's
regular.
cute.
Yeah.
The New York International Auto Show opens today.
It's a chance for automakers to unveil new cars on the market and some that are years ahead of their time. Tom Hansen gives you a sneak peek.
Kia Motors unveiled its hot new ride at the New York International Auto Show, the Habanero.
We call it the every car. Commuter, crossover, sport utility.
The futuristic crossover is completely electric with butterfly doors. Motor Trend's Ed Lowe says it can even drive itself.
So this is a concept, but when do you think we would see a car like this on the road?
So I think you could see elements of what's here very soon. 2, 3, 4 years, something like this could hit the road.
It's just one of many concept cars taking center stage and giving us a glimpse into the future, including Infinity's Q Inspiration.
Walk me through some of the features of this car.
Sure. Well, one of the things is you can see there's no door handles. So if you wanted to get inside, you just simply touch the button right up here on the pillar and the door opens wide, nice wide opening. And inside you're looking at a host of advanced technologies that could possibly make it into our future products as we move forward.
It uses cameras instead of rear view mirrors, a reflection of how Infinity builds new vehicles. The QX50, which is currently on the market, started out as a concept car.
Usually manufacturers are working, 4, 5 to maybe 8 years out on concepts. So, it takes a lot of time for these things to gestate, to come into fruition after they show the initial concept.
While these cars may seem straight out of the future, they may soon be a reality. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
Well, a South Florida dad honoring his late wife in a very unique way.
He's dressing up like the Easter Bunny to take his kids to school. Marty Andrus lost his wife to cervical cancer shortly after their third child was born 4 years ago. He says she was a lot of fun, and to keep her memory alive, he wanted to make people smile however possible. So out came the bunny suit.
You get all these cheers, you get highs and buys, and it's kids are laughing, and that's what matters, right? This is it. It won't change. Just make the best out of it.
Okay, that's pretty cute.
Yeah, great
After his
message,
morning
too.
bunny business, Marty heads to his full-time job. That is super sweet.
Really puts a lot of things into perspective. Glad they're having a good time.
I love it. I will say once his kids turn about 13, that's all going to have to
Oh,
stop.
it would horrify Isla if I showed up
Yeah.
at school in a bunny outfit. But
Matt Austin is here with what's coming up on News 6 at 5.
Hey, we're about 30 minutes from the doors opening at the Amway Center. The Magic hoping for a big win against the Raptors in Game 3. Of course we are live there. Plus, we're getting results pinpointing those severe storms. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect through the night. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will have the latest. Plus, a smash and grab at a popular mall. Shoppers standing in shock. What witnesses are telling us as deputies arrest 4 people.
On now.
Live, getting results. This is News 6 at 5.
Now at 5, cell phone video of a smash and grab. The 4 arrested accused of getting away with thousands of dollars in jewelry. First, though, all eyes are on the radar, and they have been all day long as severe storms hit the I-4 corridor right during rush hour. This is News 6 at 5. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. All of us are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock tonight. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is standing by, pinpointing the latest. Tom?
Take a look over my shoulder. Here's the visible satellite image. You see we're blanketed in cloud cover. The big explosive stuff has basically been lining up the I-4 corridor in the last couple of hours in a reinforcing ribbon of activities back out around the Gulf of Mexico. We'll talk about that as well. Let me move from the visible satellite shot onto radar and take a gander at what's happening here from Sanford back out to the Villages to Ocala. It has calmed. Here's that secondary line I was just talking about. Now, along the 528, On over into Brevard County, heavy pouring rain is still falling in large areas of Brevard County, but no warning, just a significant weather advisory because the wind speeds are not high enough for it to be severe. Plenty significant with all the rain, the lightning, and the wind from Port St. John to Sharpstown and Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, all getting the big rain and the big heavy lightning flying through there too. Here's St. Cloud. We got punched out with the big thunderstorm earlier. Things have rapidly improved in St. Cloud in the last 15 minutes. As we zoom farther down to southern Osceola, still pouring along the turnpike. If you're trying to drive out of town, you need to really wait before taking the open roads. They're wet and it is windy, and there's the next band coming in. This one not as thick, heavy, or as wild as the showers we have already dealt with today. I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll talk about an improving weather picture through the day tomorrow and what lies ahead for Easter Sunday.
All right, Tom, thanks. Right now, these storms are hitting up and down I-4. News 6's Nadine Yanish joins us live from downtown Orlando, right along I-4. She's been keeping an eye on the roads today. Nadine?
Well, Matt, we knew that last year, once the summer months started coming, during the I-4 Ultimate project, we saw a lot of trouble spots with flooding, specifically along Cayley Avenue and over near the Turnpike right on I-4. And now it's a new year with a lot of new construction right here in downtown Orlando. And we wanted to see what FDOT was checking on now that these storms are coming through today. It's already a known trouble spot along the I-4 Ultimate project, and you can see at I-4 and Cayley, cars are slowly moving up as the rain comes down. FDOT making sure the contractor in charge of the I-4 Ultimate project, SGL, is keeping an eye on issues that come with construction.
Gone down on record with the contractor. We don't want flooding.
Especially after this mess last year. Video showing after a rainstorm, flooding shut down lanes on I-4 and the Turnpike, and again at I-4 and Cayley.
The contractor is keeping an eye on the areas that, have been giving issues to us in the past. Cayley, the Turnpike area, and just other issues that are low.
Crews also have drainage pipes staged at Division Street, Church Street, and South Street in downtown Orlando.
There's been a lot of work downtown, a lot of lane shifting, and sometimes, you might have lanes that are a little higher than the others, and water might, run down to the lowest point. So, you just keep an eye on the areas where you can move these into place if you have any sort of issues.
Warning drivers to keep an eye out as well.
And they need to also be looking, things happen, drainage pipes get clogged and such. So they need to be watching out for any sort of water on the roadway and drop the speeds if the weather is inclement.
And we've been keeping an eye out on the traffic cameras showing live footage of the I-4 corridor to see if we see any trouble spots with flooding. We haven't yet, but what we have noticed is that drivers right here on Amelia Street and I-4, just about to exit from where I am, they're taking it slow. It is backing up traffic just a little bit, but drivers are being cautious, and that's the one thing that OFDOT says you should do whenever there's rain and construction and rush hour at the same time. Guys, back to you.
Nadine, thank you. Orlando International Airport says the weather is delaying flights in and out of Central Florida. The airport says passengers should expect delays and you should check with your airline before arriving for your flight. Here's another look at the radar. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will be back with another update in less than 15 minutes. You can also track these storms in the palm of your hand with our free Pinpoint Weather app. Get alerts from Tom and our team of meteorologists by searching WKMG in your app store. Now at 5, arrests after a smash and grab at a busy mall. Orange County deputies say they got crime results catching 4 people.
They're accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. Cell phone video appears to show it all happening last night. News 6's Jerry Askin is at the Florida Mall in Orlando with new reaction.
Today, witnesses told me shoppers were seen running in all directions after yesterday's pretty bold smash and grab here at Florida Mall. This all happening as deputies quickly arrested 4 suspects yesterday, including a 17-year-old. This cell phone video shows the chaos here inside Florida Mall. 4 pretty bold robbers dressed in all black and up to no good.
I hear like a couple screams, but I thought it was just people having fun.
But there was no fun happening here. Instead, deputies say it was a whole robbery. One guy you can see even used a sledgehammer. All as deputies say he and his buddies stole more than a dozen Rolex watches, then ran away. It all happened within seconds here at the mayor's jewelry store. causing a huge mall exodus.
It was a scream, like the entire mall just started screaming and running. It wasn't just me, it was everybody at the same time.
We just got these mugshots for the people deputies say were involved. One of them, a 17-year-old. All of them now facing first-degree grand theft charges. Investigators saying they stole $340,000 in jewelry.
Why do you think it's fair for you to just come and take their things away, you know what I mean?
Lawan Benigo works at Florida Mall. He said many customers thought the sounds of glass shattering here were gunshots, though deputies say no shots were fired.
You can't feel safe everywhere. So pretty much as soon as I looked to the right, I seen them running. I literally started running. I just left the gas behind.
Right now, we're asking investigators if they're adding patrols at Florida Mall, particularly after recent smash and grabs here and similar incidents last year. Orange County Sheriff's deputies told me there is a deputy assigned to Florida Mall and they will add extra patrols as necessary. And I found out there was an employee working here yesterday who notified deputies, and that's when deputies were able to track down those 4 suspects near Old Winter Garden and Hiawassee Road yesterday. In Orange County, Jerry Askin, Getting Results, News 6.
Jerry, thank you. Right now, investigators are trying to track down witnesses in a hookah lounge shooting. Detectives say they are trying to identify the people in these photos. Investigators believe they have information about Sunday's shooting at Sky Hookah Lounge. That's in East Orlando on Colonial Drive. A man was shot but is expected to be okay. If you know anything about those people, call Crime Line.
The blue and white ignite tonight at the Amway Center. Did a lot of rhyming right there. In just 30 minutes, doors open for Game 3. The Magic hope to take the lead in the series against the Raptors.
That's right. Sports director Jamie Say is live inside the arena tonight. And Jamie, hopefully the sold-out crowd will get there without getting interfered too much by the storms.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it is nasty out, but we have been waiting for this game for so long. For 6-7 years, this is the first NBA playoff game in this building since April of 2012. Magic players I've talked to all this week say they cannot wait to see the crowd tonight, and they cannot wait to hear the enthusiasm, the kind of lift a crowd can give them tonight. And let's face it, this team could use a lift after what happened in Game 2. It was ugly in Toronto as the Raptors beat the Magic by 29. The series is tied up at a win apiece, but Toronto has the momentum. The Magic, though, were confident in shoot-around today.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what it's going to look like, man. We've been getting a lot of tweets and messages from the fans, and just looking forward to it, man.
Well, we've played really well here at home. We've won, I think, 13 of our last 14. The crowds have helped us tremendously at the end of the year.
Yeah, the Magic have won 9 straight in this building. Hopefully they can make it 10 in a row tonight. Every fan is going to get a free T-shirt. Blue and white ignite. We're going to have more from the Amway Center at 6 and at 6 at Sports. Guys, back to you.
All right, Jamie Say, looking mighty smoky in there. They're getting it ready, that's for sure. Thank you. Hey, you can look for details from the game on clickorlando.com/sports. Sports director Jamie Say will also have game highlights tonight on News 6 at 11. Well, danger tonight on the golf course.
A man about to swing is suddenly attacked. New at 5, the wild encounter that put him in the hospital.
First tonight, first responders putting their lives on the line are denied state benefits. Voters approved it, so what's the problem? 3 years later now. News 6 investigates next. Plus, severe storms continue marching across the state. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is back in minutes with an update. You're watching News 6 at 5. Getting results. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Subway.
Savings on Edge.
Live with Matt Austin, Lisa Bell. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, Meteorologist Candace Campos. Special reports from the investigators and getting crime results with Eric Von Enken. This is News 6 at 5. Getting results.
New tonight, time is running out for permanently disabled first responders fighting for a tax break. Many should already have it by now.
The original law passed with 84% of the vote, but 3 years later, these men and women are being denied that benefit. They called News 6 investigator Mike Holfeld to explain their plight.
It involves everybody, the whole state, the whole country.
He's a former New York undercover cop who posed as a mob hitman. Today,
he still lives in the shadows.
I've been here since 2006, so I've been paying property taxes like anyone else.
He's totally disabled, injured while rescuing dozens from the World Trade Center.
We risk our lives to save these people. We're still living with it. I have 6 bypasses, 4 stents.
Yet ineligible for the homestead exemption Florida voters approved for all disabled first responders. That was 2016, Amendment 3.
So in your view, the vote meant nothing?
It was a lie.
The original amendment actually called for a 100% homestead exemption to first responders who are totally and permanently disabled as a result of injury sustained in the line of duty. That's it. But state lawmakers changed that, limiting the benefit only for first responders injured while serving in Florida.
And no one that I know went into the World Trade Center on 9/11 and said, "Let me see your driver's license," because we're only rescuing people from New York.
The walls of Jim Bomford's home tell the story of his family's legacy of service.
Right here.
That's him in his heyday as a New York police officer.
From Key West to Alaska, you are protected by first responders.
Today, the uncontrollable shaking is a constant reminder of the toxic fumes he was exposed to during his 12 years with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Ultimately, when it comes to it, they've served us as a community, as a country, so I would say welcome them all.
Freshman State Representative Adam Hattersley says any first responder deemed totally disabled deserves the tax break.
That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
He's introduced House Bill 6035 to reverse the change, but there's been resistance, led by State Representative Bobby Payne.
The meeting's adjourned. Have you gotten any plausible explanation why this is happening?
There's been no plausible explanation. The first argument was cost.
The Revenue Estimating Conference put that cost, lost tax revenue, at $4.5 million, limiting the property tax break to officers injured here in Florida slightly less, $2.9 million. Bomford told News 6 this is not a handout.
We're asking for the ability to perhaps be able to stay in our house by giving us a partial break on the taxes. That's all.
If the bill doesn't make it through this session, Representative Hattersley says he'll develop a new version this summer. In fact, he tells me he'll make it his #1 priority. And so will we. Let's get results together. Mike Holfeld, News 6.
Mike, thank you for your work on this. We want to get back to that severe weather we've been talking about today. Time-lapse video now from our Orlando camera shows the storms rolling on in this afternoon. You can see those clouds just crashing in at one point. You can see a few lightning strikes and then the wet stuff. A live look now on the roads. Let's take a look. Things are moving along, but you can see the glistening there. This is I-4 near Ivanhoe. Many people headed home for the holiday weekend just as these storms arrive. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells standing by. Tom, how are we looking?
I was really glad to see that video. I was inside the bunker here.
Yeah.
So when I came in, it wasn't sunny, but it didn't look like that. That really looked bad.
Nasty.
When it was crashing in, this weekend is a world away from where we have been today. By tomorrow morning, when you wake up, it will be A, cooler, B, calmer, and the sunshine will make a comeback during the day. High tomorrow, about 71 degrees to 76, depending on where you live. And then come Sunday, we're all the way back to 79 for Easter Sunday. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. A little below normal for sure, but still not a bad day. Here's the visible satellite image. You see that some of the roughest stuff is off the shoreline now. Another decent shot of nastiness right in here, and then a little ribbon of moisture coming in behind everything all at once. So it's like 1, 2, 3 hits in one. Wind gusts still expected up to 30 miles per hour all over Central Florida, but our severe thunderstorm watch box has now shrunk. See this yellow area here? It still includes all of Brevard County and all of Osceola, but if you're watching from Orange County, Seminole, up to Volusia, all the way up to Flagler County, your severe thunderstorm watch is done. So conditions are no longer right for it to go super severe from Orlando to the north to Sanford, back out to the villages and Ocala. Still not great driving with all the rain we've had. Lightning strikes still prominent through a large part of Orange County and Seminole counties. But it's not going to go severe anymore unless you're over here in Brevard, where you still do run a risk of something flaring up. Here we go to Merritt Island. In the red zone, pouring at better than 3 inches per hour. Farther to the south in the Cape to Cocoa Beach, the rain is quite heavy in the red zones and dies out pretty quickly in the yellow. From Kissimmee to St. Cloud, your rough stuff appears to be over to me. I think the next round misses you just to the south. Satellite Beach still pouring in Kenansville. And here's that third little punch or little smack of rain coming through. This is a little ribbon of moisture coming through as the actual cooler air begins to show up. It's not producing much activity. Remember, temps here have all dropped into the low 70s or the upper 60s. Wind speed, 21 miles per hour in Ocala. You see the bend going on. Orlando has the wind now from the southwest at 16. Here's the Daytona Beach cam, 69 degrees beachside. Other coastal zones, Palm Coast, man, already down to 66. In Titusville, 70, Melbourne, 77, Orlando, 69. Ocala has warmed back to 74 degrees now. We're still 21 degrees colder in Orlando than we were last night at the same time. So tonight, rain moves out, slight chance of AM rain tomorrow, and then a great day for you on Sunday. Here goes the rain tonight by 8 o'clock. I think it's all she wrote. Then during the overnight, no worries. Through the day tomorrow, maybe an early remnant shower, but I'm looking for more sunshine tomorrow, and Sunday just looks like a big old 10 on the Sorrel scale. Lows tonight, 50s all round, except for Brevard County. In Orlando tonight, 58. Here's tomorrow.
Your forecast brought to you by Napleton Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
Partly cloudy, 71 at noon tomorrow. The high is 76. Check out the week ahead. We'll go to a daytime high tomorrow of 76 and 79 on Sunday for Peter Cottontail, and back to work on Monday, 82. All next week, off the hook great.
All right, Tom, thank you. Yeah. And if you are in a safe place to do so, we would love to see your storm photos. Download the free Pinpoint Weather app and look for the Pin It tab. Still ahead at 5, a golfer attacked on the green. What pounced and who saved that man?
Then at 5:30, the redacted Mueller report makes more waves even a day after its release. Hear how lawmakers are reacting, including Florida Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio.
And here's a live look right now from Daytona Beach. Storms are now lining up along the coast. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing it all. Another update from him in less than 10 minutes.
A traffic alert for your weekend. Sunday night specifically into Monday. Florida Turnpike will be closed northbound right at Osceola Parkway. This is very routine for us. Exit there, head west on Osceola, then north on US 441 or Orange Blossom Trail. Also eastbound I-4 at Maitland Boulevard will also be closed. We will see some detours in that area. Follow the signs and you'll be able to get right around that. I'm Trooper Steve with your News 6 traffic alert. I'll catch you Monday morning. Have a great weekend.
New video tonight of some storm damage. The same system we're seeing now has left a big cleanup in Jackson, Mississippi. Cars parked up against a brick wall are now crushed. Take a look at that. The bricks came flying off during the storms. Fortunately, no one was in those cars and no one was hurt. Meanwhile, we're staying on top of that severe weather here right now. This is a live look at the radar storms lining up along much of Volusia and Brevard counties. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is back in less than 10 minutes for an update. Now to a wild encounter on the green. A guy was golfing when a bobcat jumped on his back and attacked him. I have had golf outings worse than this. He was out with a group yesterday in Connecticut when it happened. Seconds later, 2 other men grabbed their clubs and hit the cat off.
About 1,000 times more likely to be attacked by your neighbor's dog than you are a wild animal here in Connecticut.
Yeah, well, it happened. So environmental police tracked down the cat, killed it. Investigators think the cat is the same one that attacked a horse about an hour earlier. The man was taken to the hospital and will be okay. The bobcat is now being checked out for rabies.
New at 5, Disney is showing a select number of people the merchandise headed to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Favorites include an adorable porg, Kowakian monkey lizard, a Resistance rank badge set, and a Wookiee bag. Fans will also get a chance to buy uniforms, helmets, and lightsabers in 4 different shops. Sky 6 flew over the new land just last week, and we could see a lot of progress out there. The Millennium Falcon also appears to be done. The new land opens at Disney's Hollywood Studios this August.
I know what a Wookiee is.
Do you?
I've got that
It's
much.
more than me. Also new tonight, Universal is giving us a look at their final and first of its kind creature. Meet the blast-ended Scroot. You can think of it as a scorpion and crab that shoots fire. It's part of the new coaster Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. All week, Universal has introduced what creatures we will see when the ride opens on June 13th. You can read more about it right now on clickorlando.com/Scroot. theme parks. I want to thank our camera operator, Chris, for giving me this pronouncer.
I'm just so glad you had those stories
Kewakian.
tonight. Kewakian, monkeys, and all sorts of crazy stuff.
I know what an Ewok is.
Yeah. Ewok, Wookiee, we got it. Julie Broughton joins us now with what's next at 5:30.
We are staying on top of the storms moving across our area. Brand new viewer video that shows how strong this system is. And one community is making a push to cut down on noise complaints. Hear about the problems sparking this proposed rule change. Plus, a man accused of recording women without their knowledge. Hear how detective work from 2 victims helped get him charged.
Live, getting results. This is News 6 at 5:30.
Now at 5:30, we are staying on top of the strong storms moving through central Florida. They've already caused some damage. Thank you for joining us. I'm Julie Broughton. Ginger Gadsden is off.
I'm Matt Austin. Let's get you right over to Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. We know he's the guy you want to hear from. He is pinpointing weather all across our area.
Okay, let's start with the advisories first. We still have the big wind advisory in effect until 8 o'clock tonight for everyone in Central Florida. This yellow zone we've got painted in, that's all of you in Brevard County and everyone in Osceola. You still have a severe thunderstorm possibility. It's not a warning. It's just a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until about 10 o'clock tonight if they don't pull it off. The reason the rest of us are out from under the severe thunderstorm watch is because things have improved so much in the last several hours. Still a lot of wind going on out there, but it's not near severe category. It's about a 30-mile-per-hour wind in spots. From Mims to Titusville, still breezy though with the heavy rain coming down. Pouring rain over Merritt Island all the way down to Cocoa Beach, but exiting out to the east. So as these showers roll on through, our weather picture improves with the quickness. Still pouring hard in Melbourne, right on top of the radar site there. Palm Bay, you're still getting the big rain too, and you will for about another half an hour to an hour. And then this third ribbon of moisture is going to come rolling through. It's not heavy, it's not severe, it's just a quick burst of energy that comes through and then dies out. So where does that leave us? Well, here are the winds right now. Coming in here at 16 mile per hour in Orlando, gusting higher. 21 mile per hour sustained wind here. So a lot of wind chasing pressure gradient there, and a 22 mile per hour wind at the Cape. I'll be right back. We'll talk about the overnight lows tonight, when this rain finally knocks it off, and what the rest of your weekend looks like from here.
Tom, thank you. This storm already being blamed for one death in the Florida Panhandle. An 8-year-old girl was killed in Leon County when a tree fell on her home in Woodville. A 12-year-old boy was also hurt. Both kids were rushed to the hospital, but the girl did not make it. The Leon County Sheriff's Office says the boy is expected to be okay. Emergency management says at least 2 other homes were damaged by falling trees too.
Viewers are sharing their videos and pictures of the strong storms hitting our area. Arletha Scott Hillary sent us this video from South Street in downtown Orlando. You can see the wind causing street signs to sway back and forth, and there you saw that woman trying to cross the street with an umbrella, struggling against the fierce wind. You can share your weather pictures and video with the News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. You'll also get breaking weather alerts and live radar anytime right on your phone or tablet. It is free in your app store. Just search WKMG.
Well, investigators say this man right here used a camera hidden in his bathroom to record an unsuspecting woman who was house sitting for him. But that victim and her friend, they spotted the device. It looked like this right here, made to look like a USB charger. News 6's James Sparvero reports the pair did some detective work of their own, helping Brevard County deputies make the arrest.
You might not think of it as a camera. You would think of it more just to be a phone charger.
Just as you might think, this USB power adapter charges phones. What you might not know is it also has a tiny camera lens and a memory card inside. Brevard Sheriff's deputies say it belonged to this man, whose intentions weren't for home surveillance, but for voyeurism.
They noticed that there was a hidden camera that had been placed in the bathroom.
Jonathan Moist's bathroom. He's 46, lives alone, and deputies say he discreetly recorded his niece's friend taking a shower. She's just 18 or 19.
She thought it might be a camera. She took a closer look at it and then realized that it did have a lens and that it had an SD card.
Now it's Moist who's in hot water. Arrested Thursday after deputies say the hidden camera was recording several months back at Moist's house in North Titusville. Moist's niece was babysitting his dog, and she brought her friend, who showered and, unknowingly to her, was being recorded. Deputies say the two friends discovered the camera right after, and they pulled the memory card, which they put in a computer, and watched the recorded videos.
He obviously had the camera up there for the purpose of recording people in the bathroom shower area.
What was his explanation?
That he didn't realize it was there. He didn't realize it was a camera. He was just using it to charge his phone. For the most part, he was trying to downplay the fact that it was up there and could record.
Today, Moist did not return our request to speak with him. Tonight, he's out of the Brevard County Jail on a $2,000 bond. In Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, getting Results News 6.
Deputies want to find a sharp-dressed guy. This one right here, they say he's a person of interest in an armed robbery. Osceola County deputies say someone held up an Econo Lodge on Polynesian Isle Boulevard in Kissimmee. Police think this guy, who was seen carrying a duffel bag, might know something about it. If you recognize him or know anything about the holdup, call Crime Line at 800-423-8477.
At least a dozen people face charges, and deputies expect to make even more arrests in the coming days after a series of drug busts in Volusia County.
Hands up! Okay, we're getting them secure. Stand by.
The sheriff's office released several body camera videos from the series of arrests yesterday. Investigators say the arrests were all made in and around DeLand. They worked with several agencies to conduct undercover drug purchases where narcotics are known to be sold. An accused arsonist stays locked up after refusing to go before a judge this morning. We first told you about the arrest of James Bennett on News 6 at 5:30 yesterday. He didn't say anything to our cameras yesterday as he was led into the Lake County Jail in handcuffs. So far, Bennett has been linked to 4 of 9 fires around the county. Investigators say someone who knows Bennett tipped them off. They're still trying to figure out a motive for the string of arsons.
Less than 24 hours after the release of the redacted Mueller report, House Democrats are now subpoenaing the full, unredacted document, as well as any other documents associated with that investigation. That 448-page report did not find evidence of coordination or conspiracy between Russia and the Trump campaign in 2016. The special counsel was less clear on the issue of obstruction. If the Justice Department doesn't respond to the subpoena, Democrats could hold officials in contempt or eventually fight that battle in court.
Because the report is very damning. It paints a picture of a president who lies all the time, lies to staff members, demands that his staff members lie, who tried to obstruct justice, was prevented from doing so in several cases by the refusal of his own staff members to violate the law, even though he told them to.
Florida's lawmakers are sharing their reactions to the Mueller report today. The report mentions a Florida county was hacked during the 2016 elections. Senator Rick Scott's now demanding the FBI tell him which one it was. He's asking the agency to turn over any evidence supporting these claims to Congress and the state of Florida by next week. Meanwhile, Marco Rubio is sounding off. He released a statement that reads in part, Putin's efforts to sow political discord in our country did not end in 2016, and he will attempt to interfere in future elections. Hey, it's a big night for the Orlando Magic and their fans. Game 3 of their playoff run against the Toronto Raptors happens.
The series is tied at 1-1, heading to the first Magic home game of the series. Here is a live look at the Amway Center from our city cam. You can see some raindrops there on the lens, but weather is improving, and even though it's been kind of rough this afternoon, that is not keeping fans away from tonight's game. Also not staying away, News 6 Sports Director Jamie Say. And Jamie, the doors just opening a few minutes ago. Hopefully the weather is not putting a damper on the excitement.
Oh, I don't think it will, Julie. Yeah, it may be nasty outside with storms and high winds for the last couple hours, but I think this is the calm before the storm inside this building right now. This place should be packed. It should be rocking by that 7 o'clock tip time between the Magic and the Raptors. This is the first playoff game that Orlando has hosted since 2012, and it's expected to be a sellout tonight. The Raptors are on the court right now getting some shots up. Kawhi Leonard was out there before. Now he's back in the locker room. Looks like Serge Ibaka is out on the court. Meantime, for the Magic, DJ Augustine is out there taking some three-pointers. Fans, when they arrive here, they're all going to get a free T-shirt for Blue and White Ignite. I got one right here. Here it is. They're going to paint this building blue and white tonight. The Magic have played very well here lately. They're on a 9-game winning streak in the Amway Center, but they haven't won a playoff game in Orlando since 2011. If they end that tonight, they take a 2-1 series edge. We'll have much more from the Amway Center. News 6 at 6. Julie and Matt, back to you.
All right, Jamie, we'll see you then. Thank you so much. It's exciting. Tomorrow, hundreds of pets and their owners will be walking to get results for survivors of domestic violence. Harbor House of Central Florida's Pause for Peace Walk kicks off at 9 in the morning. News 6's Eric Sandoval and Justin Mormouth will be emceeing the event. You can still register for the walk. We have the link on clickorlando.com/pets. I know Justin will be bringing Zoe. She's always a crowd pleaser.
It's a cute dog.
Yes. People using power tools early in the morning.
That's causing complaints in one community. You ever have your neighbor mowing really early? Well, now elected leaders looking to help bring back the peace and quiet. We'll break down the proposed rule change aimed at ending the noise. Tom.
All right, take a look at what's happening on radar right now. Scattered showers are still out there. I can't really say they're scattered anymore. They're kind of lined up almost perfectly. Heaviest stuff getting to the east of Orlando, but Brevard County, you are still getting tagged. I'll be right back to pinpoint an end to this and a better day tomorrow.
You're watching News 6 at 5:30, getting results for you tonight. We'll be right back.
Florida Hospital is now Advent Health. The same doctors you know, the same care you trust, caring for your body, mind, and spirit. The Fay Bank. Live with Matt Austin, Ginger Gadsden. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. This is News 6 at 5:30, getting results.
We are tracking a strong line of storms moving across Central Florida. You can see most of that now moving to the south of Daytona Beach, back toward the east side of Orlando and much of Osceola County, getting heavy rain and lightning. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing all of this for us. He will join us with your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. A community is looking at a new way to cut down on noise after a flurry of complaints about people using power tools early in the morning.
So there's an upcoming meeting where you can sound off about the possible rule change. News 6's Amanda Castro breaks down the plan Winter Springs leaders are considering.
Just peace and quiet. That's all we need.
But Bonnie Canning says that's not happening in her Winter Springs neighborhood. She's lived here for 40 years and says she has issues falling asleep. And like clockwork, every Sunday morning around 6 o'clock, she wakes up to this.
I don't want to be awakened by power tools at 6 o'clock in the morning because you have all day to do your yard work.
The city's noise ordinance accounts for other noisemakers like music, animals, and construction. But right now, there's nothing on the books stopping people from using power tools or lawn equipment during early morning hours.
Right when I fall asleep, I'm awakened by a blower, a lawnmower, some kind of power tool they're using.
The city is now trying to silence the noise, proposing an amendment that would prevent people from using those tools between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. City officials tell us this comes after they've received several complaints, majority in the Tuscaloosa area. Canning hopes this would bring some peace and quiet to her neighborhood.
I would greatly appreciate it if that happened.
The commission is discussing the first reading of that ordinance here at City Hall on Monday. We will keep you updated on what happens. Reporting in Winter Springs, Amanda Castro, getting results, News 6.
Amanda, thank you. Well, more than 6 months after making landfall in the Panhandle, Hurricane Michael has been upgraded to a Category 5 storm. Scientists now say that storm had sustained winds of 160 miles per hour when it slammed into Mexico Beach. Basically, the entire town was destroyed. The upgrade makes Michael one of only 4 recorded Cat 5 hurricanes to make landfall in the U.S. It caused about $25 billion in damage as it made its way up the East Coast. The World Meteorological Association voted to retire the name after the destruction it caused.
The storm system hitting our area today left a path of destruction on its way to Florida. This is video from Knoxville, Tennessee. It shows the roof ripped off an apartment complex. Fire crews had to evacuate all 70 apartments in that building. The next wing attached to that building was also evacuated because of electrical concerns. The Red Cross is taking care of at least 83 people who were forced out of their homes.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells joins us. It's been a crazy day weather-wise, but once we get all this stuff out of here, primo weekend, right?
Things go our way. I know everyone wants to get on. It's the start of Passover. Today is Good Friday. The sun is setting low, and so things are improving rapidly. And for the rest of the weekend, we should do so much better. Tomorrow's daytime high should approach about 76 degrees. Overnight low 55. Then on Sunday, it is Easter Sunday, 79. Look at Monday and Tuesday. Normal daytime high is 83, so we go from well below to suddenly, boom, above just like that. Visible satellite image shows you the cloud cover is pretty doggone thick, and this last ribbon of cloud cover moisture is set to move in. Wraparound stuff coming this way through the day tomorrow is not very well organized, so I can't totally rule out, a spritz of rain tomorrow. Can't. But I think for the most part, you're going to dig it. The flavor of the day is a rapidly improving situation to where we get a little more sunshine going on each and every hour and a little less in the cloud cover zones. The yellow you see here, severe thunderstorm watch still in effect until about 10 o'clock tonight. But for Orange County, Seminole County, Volusia County, Lake, Marion, Flagler, to the north of Orlando, we're doing so much better. I believe Brevard County and Osceola County will come out from under this severe thunderstorm watch sometime in the next 2 hours as well. Now let's jump around and check out what's left of our rain. If you are watching from Titusville out to Merritt Island, it's still raining pretty heavily now. We're talking about showers coming in about 1/3 of an inch per hour. Only thing is the heavy wind, that high wind, pushed on through. So now you're left with rain, which is kind of a bummer for your Friday night. But it's going to make your lawn so much greener for the rest of the weekend into the work week. Rockledge, just north of you, raining at better than 1.5 inches per hour. Heaviest rain's already passed Kissimmee and St. Cloud. The last of the big storms right here. Look at Malabar. Boom. Grant Valcaria rocking with 1.5 inches of rain per hour is the current rainfall rate there. About 1.44 just off the West Melbourne and Melbourne zone. So it's raining hard in southern Brevard County. Here comes that last ribbon of moisture I was just talking about from Zephyr Hills all the way down to Bloomingdale, rolling past Tampa now. So it's there, the actual leading edge of the frontal boundary, but it's not doing much because the atmosphere's been punched on. Daytona Beach, 69 degrees. The low, scuddy-looking cloud cover is still going on right now. Wind from the south at only 10. I say only 10. It was so much worse 2 hours ago. 66 in Palm Coast, 70 in Titusville, Melbourne 71, 69 in OIA, Kissimmee 70, Ocala 68. Here we go, into the night. Rain's out of here by 9 o'clock. We're calming down, clearing up a bit. There's some of those little speckles, little passing stray showers, sprinkles, if you will, of rain tomorrow, but mostly a sunny afternoon, and then come Sunday, wow. Great day for Easter in Central Florida with lots of sunshine and close to 80. Lows tonight, 50s in most spots. We're going 57 along the coast and 58 in Orlando. Here's tomorrow.
Your forecast brought to you by Hudson's Furniture.
62 degrees at 8 a.m. to 7 a.m. and then noon 71. The daytime high is 76. Check out the week ahead. Your daytime high tomorrow jumps to 76, a slight chance of an early spritz. Come Easter Sunday, 79. Then on Monday, 82. Tuesday, 84. Wednesday, 85. Living is easy next week.
Looks good. Thank you.
Bye.
You can get our pinpoint forecast anytime on clickorlando.com/weather. There you'll find an interactive radar to help show you exactly what is happening in your neighborhood.
Hey, while you're waiting for the rain to pass, why not download Florida's Fourth Estate from wherever you get your podcasts? It's a lot of fun. This week, Ginger Gadsden and I share all the bad professional advice we have gotten over the years. It's how we turned out how we did. It's available on Stitcher, Google Play, and Apple. You can also find videos of our podcasts at clickorlando.com/podcast. We'd love for you to check it out. A picturesque suburban neighborhood is undergoing some changes.
It's something people living there have been trying to do for years. The area with tree-lined streets and well-managed lawns has been saddled with a disturbing name for decades. Find out how the name stuck and what it took to change it.
Plus, a Central Florida third grader, the subject of an investigation ahead at 6, why her teacher is pressing charges.
Today on the Morning News, we told you about the troubles causing once popular home goods chain to shut down even more stores.
Coming up Monday, a new push to keep students safe. The crackdown happening across Central Florida when it comes to speeding in school zones.
You gotta watch before you go. We'll see you Monday morning, starting at 5.
We are staying on top of that line of storms moving through our area, but good news, we have no severe weather advisories in place right now. The last watch was just dropped for our southern counties. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will be back in just a few minutes to pinpoint how much longer these storms will last. A neighborhood in the West is getting a name change.
People living there have been trying to change this name for the past 74 years, and it's a bad one. Until very recently, this neighborhood in Cherry Hills, Colorado was called, seriously, Swastika Acres. The area was named after the company that first developed it, the Denver Land Swastika Company. Now that was back in 1908, before the Nazis co-opted the swastika as a symbol of hate. People had been trying to change the name of the neighborhood for years, but they could not do it because of a bureaucratic rule that made it really difficult. So recently, City Council made a change, making name changes easier. So the new name for that neighborhood is Old Cherry Hills. Much better to write on a postcard.
Yeah.
A man recently gave his wife a unique wedding gift.
And it really made her feel like a queen. He gave her an accurate recreation of the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones for their wedding day. The man is a student at a welding school in Louisville, Kentucky. He asked one of his instructors if they could help him create his fantasy wedding gift, and the whole school ended up pitching in to help. The whole thing took 110 hours to make over the span of 2 months.
Everyone's really blown away at how intricate and large it is. Not because it's massive, but we did a lot of detail work too.
The finished 200-pound throne has between 300 to 400 swords welded on it. The school that made the throne is now renting it out for special events. And the groom there was saying that he keeps it outside of his house because, of course, it won't fit.
Where would you put it? Yeah,
exactly.
And I hear it's a really good place to kill people too, because that happens in that show a whole lot.
Lovely.
Romantic.
Yes.
Lisa Bell is here with what we're working on at 6.
Coming up tonight at 6, a bold smash and grab caught on camera. A suspect seen breaking into a jewelry store at the Florida Mall. What we are learning about them, that's ahead at 6. Also, investigators working to track down persons of interest in a hookah lounge shooting, how you can help them get crime results. And blue and white ignite for Game 3 of the playoffs. We are live as the Orlando Magic host the Raptors at home.
NC.com.
Live, getting results. This is News 6 at 6.
Now at 6, our coverage of this weather alert day continues. Looking live at the radar on your left and live at downtown Orlando on your right, getting much better. We're bringing you the very latest as that weather moves through our area. This is News 6 at 6. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. Right now, storms are still making their way through parts of Central Florida. We are seeing new images of damage, including on North Florida Avenue in DeLand. Some trees were downed in the rain and wind, but crews have already been able to clean up the area. We are bringing you team coverage of the system that's moving through. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, who is pinpointing and tracking where the storms are right now. Tom?
All right, let's take a look at what's going on. For the best part of the day, we've been under either a watch or a warning. And here we are tonight, just one more advisory. The big wind advisory goes until 8 p.m., but notice the yellow zone has been collapsed out to the open waters or south of Brevard County. That yellow is the severe thunderstorm advisory, severe thunderstorm watch area. That's over. No more watches, no more warnings. For now, anyway, things are looking better with each and every passing moment. Brevard County is still getting thumped on with big rain, lightning strikes, heavy pouring rain down south from Cocoa Beach all the way to Melbourne, West Melbourne, Malabar, all the way down to Florida Dana Beach. It's pouring hard. Mico getting big rain. Here's Kenansville right now. The big rough stuff is over. The high winds are gone out to the east, but it's still raining at about 1/10 of an inch per hour. And we've got a reinforcing shot of rain coming through. It's that little thin ribbon of moisture now past Tampa, approaching Lakeland. It's going to hold together to sweep through here. But notice all of the lightning is embedded over here and right in this zone. Not much lightning, and the top part of it appears to not be packing too much of a wallop at all. In Daytona Beach, there's your broken cloud cover. Looks a whole lot better now than it did an hour or 2 hours ago. Temperature reading beachside is 69. Winds are down to only 10 miles per hour. That is all good. I'll be right back in a few minutes. We'll pinpoint what lies ahead for tomorrow. It's going to be breezy tomorrow, but I think the big damage has already been done. I'll be back to pinpoint it all in minutes.
All right, Tom, News 6's Nadine Yanis joins us now live from downtown Orlando, right along I-4. And Nadine, there is a lot of construction in that area. Crews are making sure there are no issues as the storms roll through.
Lisa, that's right. Today's storm was somewhat of a test for the I-4 Ultimate project. The Florida Department of Transportation setting high expectations for that company in charge of the I-4 Ultimate project, SGL, making sure they are keeping a close eye with new lanes and temporary drains, especially after we had some significant flooding last year during the summer months. The storms rolled through during rush hour, right over downtown and right along a busy I-4 corridor at the center of a legacy construction project.
It's really unfortunate, the timing where everything's going to be aligning. So the contractor needs to be prepared.
The Florida Department of Transportation setting expectations high for SGL, the company contracted to do the I-4 Ultimate project.
Gone down on record with the contractor. We don't want flooding.
Especially after this mess last year, leading right into the summer months when flooding after a storm shut down lanes both at I-4 and the Turnpike and at I-4 and Cayley.
The contractor is keeping an eye on the areas that, have been giving issues to us in the past. Cayley, the Turnpike area, and just other issues that are low.
Construction crews today mobilizing portable drainage pumps, placing them at Division Street, Church Street, and South Street downtown, what FDOT calls ground zero for the I-4 Ultimate project right now. Warning drivers as storms continue to roll in this summer to be extra careful as they roll through I-4.
We're doing the best that we can to make sure that the corridor is safe, but on the same hand, they need to also be looking. Things happen, drainage pipes get clogged and such. So they need to be watching out for any sort of water on the roadway and drop the speeds if the weather is inclement.
And just as those construction crews are looking for any potential flooding, we've been looking at these live traffic cameras all afternoon, looking for any issues. We haven't seen any, but if you take a look at I-4 and Ivanhoe, you're going to see traffic is moving smoothly. That's probably because these storms have rolled through, but the roads are still wet. And FDOT wants to remind anyone that when the rain is coming down and it's rush hour and you want to get home on a busy I-4 in the middle of construction, you got to be careful and you got to take it slower than usual. Live in Orlando, I'm Nadine Yanis, getting results, News 6.
Nadine, thank you.
You can track these storms anywhere you go by downloading our free Pinpoint weather app. You don't want to be caught without it. We will alert you when storms ramp up in your area. Just search WKMG in your app store. And you can always take a live look at the radar on our website. Go to clickorlando.com/weather. We continue to cover a developing story tonight, an arrest made in connection with a shooting outside a downtown Orlando nightclub in January. This surveillance video of that night is what you're looking at. U.S. Marshals and police in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, arrested Notier Gomez yesterday. He is charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Investigators say Gomez and two other men fired shots at Kavion Smith, resulting in his death. Two others were shot but survived. A brazen act caught on camera. Video shows 4 people using hammers to smash the display glass at a Florida Mall jewelry store and stealing the luxury watches inside.
Yeah, witnesses can be seen panicking as the suspects repeatedly pound on the glass until it shatters. News 6 reporter Jerry Askin is live outside Florida Mall tonight. And Jerry, the youngest suspect in this is just 17 years old.
Lisa, Matt, yes, among those 4 suspects who were arrested, yes. Deputies say one of those guys is 17 years old. And right now, I spoke to a witness today who told me shoppers were seen running in all directions. It was very scary after a brazen armed robbery here yesterday.
As soon as I looked to the right, I seen them running. I literally started running. I just left the gas behind.
Shoppers in panic, many scared following this bold smash and grab at Mayer's jewelry store inside the Florida Mall. You can see here one guy even used a sledgehammer. All as deputies say he and his buddies stole more than a dozen Rolex watches, then ran away. It caused lots of chaos inside.
It was a scream, like the entire mall just started screaming and running. It wasn't just me, it was everybody at the same time.
We just got these mugshots for the people deputies say were involved, including a 17-year-old. Investigators saying they stole $340,000 in jewelry.
Why do you think it's fair for you to just come and take their things away, you know what I mean?
Right now we're asking deputies if these guys are linked at all to this man who authorities arrested last year during what they called a distraction theft at this same jewelry store last April after fireworks were set. It sent shoppers running everywhere and some customers were hurt. All as a Rolex watch, investigators say, worth $16,000 was stolen. And the Orange County Sheriff's Office today told me there is a deputy assigned here to Florida Mall, and they will add extra deputies if needed. It was a security guard working here who actually alerted deputies, and they were able to track down those 4 suspects near Hiawassee and Old Winter Garden Road yesterday. Live at Florida Mall, Jerry Askin, Getting Results, News 6.
Jerry, thank you.
New details now on a hookah lounge shooting. Detectives need your help getting some crime results here. They're searching for people in connection with Sunday's shooting at the Sky Hookah Lounge. It's on East Colonial Drive. Orange County deputies say they want to talk to the people in these photos right here. A man was shot. Now he's expected to be okay, but so far no arrests have been made. If you recognize anyone in these photos, call Crime Line. Hey, in less than an hour, the Orlando Magic will begin their first home playoff game in 7 seasons.
Tip-off against the Toronto Raptors is at 7, and some big names will be in the building, including Governor Ron DeSantis. Also attending tonight's big game, News 6 Sports Director Jamie Say, of course. So, Jamie, how is the energy at the Amway right now?
I'm starting to feel it. I really am. The doors opened about, say, 40 minutes ago. People are piling in here. This is going to be fun tonight, and the Magic should be fired up. They need to get their mojo back, and this is the place where they need to get that back. Right here on their home court, like you said, Matt and Lisa. Game time tips off at 7 o'clock tonight for Game 3. And the Magic, well, they were humbled on Tuesday night in Toronto, losing by 29. They were never truly competitive in that game, but this Magic team has been very good on this home floor right here. They're riding a 9-game winning streak at the Amway Center, have not lost in their building since February. Energy from the crowd can always help, but the Magic know they have to help themselves in the playoffs. Otherwise, tonight could be a long game in a short series.
It's a team effort all the way around. You know, we need to get more effort. Like I said, we didn't play like ourselves, so we're definitely ready. You know, I expect us to come out, playing hard and playing physical and playing smart.
I think that playing at home for us tonight could be an advantage for us. Getting the crowd behind us, getting them going, it could get us going as well. You always feed off the crowd, and we expect them to be loud. It's been a while for them, so I'm sure they're excited, and we're excited as well to play here in front of them. These fans deserve it, and so we're looking forward to it.
Now, don't forget, this series is all locked up at a win apiece, so the Magic actually have the upper hand. A win tonight, they go 2-1, and they maintain that upper hand. If Toronto wins, well, then it becomes a different story. Coming up in sports, we're going to break down all the key matchups. It'll be Ryan Welch and I. Team coverage coming up in about 15 minutes. Matt and Lisa, back to you.
It's an exciting night. Jamie Say, thank you. Well, it has been a weather alert day here at News 6, and we're continuing to pinpoint storms moving through Central Florida.
That's right. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing and tracking the latest for us.
Hey, come take a look on radar. Things are calming rapidly. Another line of showers set to move in, but not nearly as heavy as what we've already had. I'll be back to pinpoint what lies ahead for the rest of the night tonight, then break out your hour-by-hour forecast for the holiday weekend.
First, though, what a third-grade student is accused of doing that has her teacher pressing charges.
You're watching News 6 at 6, getting results for Titusville, Ocoee, and all of Central Florida. We will be right back.
Florida Hospital is now Advent Health. The same doctors you know, the same care you trust, caring for your body, mind, and spirit. Live with Matt Austin, Lisa Bell. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. Sports with Jamie Say. And special reports from the investigators. This is News 6 at 6, getting results.
Looking live at the radar, we're continuing to watch storms as they move across our area. Fortunately, they are beginning to move out of most of the area. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing and tracking. He'll join us with the forecast in just a few minutes. Fortunately, that severe stuff gone. A teacher is pressing charges against a third-grade student.
The girl is accused of punching the teacher after being asked to pick up her textbook. As News 6 reporter Lauren Korn explains, deputies say this is not the first time the child got physical with staff.
A third-grade teacher at Woodward Avenue Elementary is so fed up with her students' behavior. She wants to press charges on the 9-year-old. Deputies say the student punched the 30-year-old teacher's hand on Wednesday after she was told to pick up a textbook that she threw on the ground.
I know that it's a trend that's reoccurring, and I think it's just a societal issue.
Elizabeth Albert, president of the Volusia United Educators Organization, says more and more teachers are enduring acts of violence and believes it's partly because children are not being taught respect at home.
We find that maybe our kids are coming to us without those lessons being taught to them, or there may be some impediment where they need more support.
Some educators are enforcing the Teacher Authority Act, according to Albert, which allows them to remove those children from the classroom. But she believes mental health professionals are needed in schools to tackle this type of behavior.
There are more and more children that are entering our schools, in public schools, that have significant needs, social emotional needs, and teachers and support personnel are not trained to deal with those needs. We are trained to deliver academic content.
Meanwhile, the school district cannot comment if this 9-year-old was disciplined, but did release a statement saying, quote, "We are aware of the allegations. School administration is looking into the situation. Any other questions will have to be directed to the police department."
We should have folks looking at our kids who are in crisis and determining what interventions are going to make them successful, the teachers successful, and the environment in which we're trying to educate our kids the best environment so that all children will learn.
In DeLand, Lauren Korn, Getting Results, News 6.
And the Volusia County School District released a statement which reads in part, Volusia County Schools has been working to identify the social and emotional needs of students at all grade levels. Beginning this year, Volusia County Schools has employed 10 social and emotional learning teachers and 12 mental health experts to help address mental health and behavioral needs of students.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells joins us now at the desk. It has been a rough day, but not as rough as it could have been.
Oh, yeah. You know, we had the tornado watch up for a while.
Yeah.
And when I came in this afternoon, we clicked the button to put on the rotation, see where they all are. Weak rotation all over the place. None of it ever ramped up. So, whoo.
Good news.
Take it.
Yeah.
There you go. It has been a good Friday overall. Could have been so much worse. Take a look at what's happening. Tomorrow, things continue to improve. We're celebrating Good Friday tonight, observing Passover at sunset. Everything is good. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up with a few clouds left in the morning. But as the day wears on tomorrow, things rapidly improve. Should turn out to be a very nice afternoon tonight, clearing with just a touch of cool on the way as the cold front is just about done its entire deal. I want to back this up just a bit so you can see the rain trying to come into Central Florida. I want to reset the focus here. The rack won't back up quick enough. Come to Papa. What is wrong with you? Me and the radar have had our go-rounds during the day today. They will continue into the night tonight. There you go. Here's a radar shot I want to start with. You see the big band of heavy stuff has long since pushed on through, and now the leading edge of the really nasty stuff is here. In behind it, rain and some decent wind still going on. Wind speeds haven't totally died down, and our wind advisory goes until 8 o'clock. The upside is that the big thunderstorm watch is done. No more watches. No more warnings, just a wind advisory still in effect. So it's still plenty breezy and raining decently from Titusville out to Merritt Island. But you see Mims along Highway 1 there, already starting to turn the corner in Mims. Even though it's breezy, the heavy rain is gone. Cocoa Beach still pouring, Satellite Beach heavy rain down to Malabar, Palm Bay, Floridana Beach getting some more rain in the next 15 or 20 minutes. On over to Osceola County where we had that last of the severe thunderstorm warnings. You guys have calmed down significantly. We're down to about 1/10 of an inch per hour in the rain department. Zephyr Hills, Dover, Lakeland, that last ribbon of rain right here, marching across the turnpike, coming toward western Orange County right now. And it's pouring right downtown. You just saw Jamie say, but she's inside. She has no idea how much it's raining outside of the Amway. Here's the Orlando Health camera right now. There's the broken cloud cover looking at the heart of downtown. Traffic, it seems to be okay on the 408 now. 69 degrees on the Orlando Health camera. Woo, look at Daytona Beach. There's the clearing, though, just to the north. Temperature reading beachside is 69 degrees. 68 in Ocala, 68 in the Villages, and 70 in Melbourne. Set up for tonight, frontal zone clearing our area. Rain moves out. Weekend looks good. Next week, mostly sunny all week long. Tonight, the rain is leaving us quickly, and overnight tonight, no worries. Maybe a speckle of rain or a spritz or a sprinkle through the first half of the day tomorrow. Then it all goes the right way. Temperatures will begin to build up tomorrow only into the 70s, and Sunday just looks marvelous. Lows tonight, 50s and 60s all over. In Orlando, 58. Here's tomorrow.
Your forecast brought to you by Del Air Heating and Air Conditioning.
Okay, it's cooler, but it's dry. The high goes to 76. Check out the week ahead. Your daytime high tomorrow is 76. Your daytime high on Sunday is 79 for Peter Cottontail. And then on Monday, 82. All next week, fab.
Love it. All right. Thank you, Tom. A delay at Disney. How we learned of its most anticipated new rides. One of them won't open this year.
That is all new at 7. Also, disabled first responders denied.
It absolutely changed what the voters voted upon.
So in your view, the vote meant nothing?
It was a lie.
3 years after a tax break passed at the ballot box, Tallahassee lawmakers still have not taken action. Why former cops say they are being penalized for the wrong reason. That's at 7. And a crosswalk correction. How a Florida driver got results and got an embarrassing school zone typo fixed. That's at 7.
You mean skull hole zone?
Correct.
Jamie Say is live at the Amway Center for us tonight. Huge game for the Magic. They could take the lead in the series. Jamie?
Yeah, the Magic need to be raining threes tonight in the biggest game at the Amway Center in years. Game 3 between the Magic and Raptors. Ryan Welch and I will break it all down coming up.
Dealer today.
You're looking live at radar right now. The heaviest stuff is in the open waters, the Atlantic. That is all good. Heavy rain still right on the Cape for the moment, but the big rain and the high wind has kind of checked out. As we head into the evening hours, don't be afraid of the next band coming through. I don't think it's packing much of a wallop.
Don't let the doorknob hit you, Storm. CBS Evening News starts in seconds.
See you back here at 7.